Chris Murray.
And I'm Harry Dearden.
And this is the Flat Track Podcast. This podcast is brought to you by Firecrest Cricket. Nearly at the halfway point of the season, so if your bat's broke or you feel that your current one's shit and want something new, then please feel free to speak to Toby at Firecrest. Got a great range of offers on at the minute with all the gear that he does, so thanks for your support, Toby.
Thank you, Toby. The helmets up there, you changed the helmets.
The
club helmets. If you club are looking for helmets, then Firecrest. You put some on his Instagram yesterday, and the new helmets are up and in.
I don't think I can get away with it in Div 5.
I think you can.
Your dad nearly walked out with the supercharger class on Saturday.
Class.
I was walking out to that with him, and I was just like, he went, no, not over it, no. But yeah. So we'll start off a bit different this week, right? So I've sent you a couple of things, and I will make sure that the video goes in whilst we're talking about this, right? Yeah. So starting off. Now I know that I've had some stinkers, some decisions off club umpires this year.
I had a bad one on Thursday night, which we'll get to.
Yeah, that was bad. But the one that I sent you yesterday, of somebody who obviously you've played against when he sub-pro for Hayside.
Oh, is that him last year? Is that the same bloke?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Really nice bloke as well.
Really nice bloke. But the reaction when he gets out caught behind on...
That's someone that expect Wilkie alright to do that.
Literally.
I know, it's unbelievable.
It's like, I'll clip this at the same time.
Full toys out of the pram. It doesn't look like a bad decision, that.
But the worst bit with it is he does that, he does the jump and everything. But
how's his bat end up there?
Right, so he throws his bat, then he throws his gloves, right? So that's a stinker, that's come off his leg.
It's a good catch.
Good grab.
A good the wicket keeper sprinting off.
Yeah, but he's thrown his bat and his gloves, and the bit that I haven't shown you in the video is he has to walk the opposite way to the way he's thrown it to fucking go back to the dressing room. Well, he's one of the nicest lads in the world. I
think that's probably a lot of frustration.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Brighton Dennis Lawrence one?
Oh, yeah.
When he hits it for 6 on the second to last ball and then boots subs, and then the umpire just lobs his cap.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. The ball just carried on walking.
Yeah, unbelievable.
And that's like, it makes me laugh because Royton beat R2s in the round previous, so it was like, alright, I'm a fan of this. Yeah. And the lad who it is who's hit that 6, he played against us a couple of years ago when the 2s played DSL 2s in the cup, and he opened the ball in from one end, and his dad opened from the other end. And he's actually a really nice lad and a really decent player, so so it's quite good to see it. He's whacked it second to last ball.
I saw one before, as I was going through my phone, and I saw one. I can't remember his club, Goring CC. They were playing, and this lad got dropped first ball on 50 with 50 for 2, and it said it quoted most costliest drop ever in league cricket. Got dropped him on 0 first ball, like 50 for 2, and he was 201 not out, and they got 350.
It's a lot of fucking day. To be fair, I played in the T20 where Ryan Stanbury, where Prestwich batted first. Yeah. I don't know how many. He wasn't on many. Yeah. And Jack Wynne carried one over boundary for 6, and he went on to get 200 in the T20.
That's good effort.
Yeah, it was a big one.
I got dropped to Cheshire against Cornwall when I got 180. I got dropped on nod when going back to cut one off the offie, like 3 balls before lunch, dropped it. Then it was 180.
The best one I've seen today is you've played with somebody who was in this team. This was a Leicester Premier League one.
Oh yeah, I've got some on this as well. So great glove, great well ball mate. Yeah, great stumping.
Great stumping.
So this happened. I actually happened to be batting at the time. This happened in a first class fixture. Leicester versus Hampshire, Grace Road. I think it was Hassan Azad batting who I was batting with, and Lewis McManus now of he was at Hampshire's now of Northants. looked like a proper player. He was keeping, and I think he just had a brain fade, right? So Hassan missed one, so he's like took the stumps, but basically, as the ball's gone, I think it might have hit his pad. So they're appealing for LBW, right? So he's got the ball in his hand up here, right, appealing for LBW, but he's noticed his foot's like close to line, so he's took the bail off with his other glove without realising the umpires give it out, and no one's noticed, right? No one has noticed, not even me at the non-strike end has noticed until Hassan gets off and goes and looks back because he's like, I'm unsure, like, was it close, and has gone.
You can do that though.
You can't. You can't have the ball in that hand and take it with that hand.
Yeah, you can.
You can't. The ball is not in play.
You can.
You can't have it in that hand.
What did?
At this point, you can't have the ball up here in that hand and then take it with your other.
But you can use your body to.
Yeah, but so if the ball is in this hand and it's touching, your ball is glove and hand are touching, right? You can break them. You can't have the ball up here and this hand not be touching it and take it.
Because that was the thing that was it. Duel did a thing of during England New Zealand about where you can take the ball, but you can break it with your elbow as long as it. So that would probably be the reason why.
So he's gone up here. No one's really noticed until after he got out. Everyone's just like, and then the message gets out, and the announcer's like, what's going on? Like and then he's gone, oh shit! But we're already like, I can't remember who came in. Hilly's already in and like 15 not out before anyone's even realised.
Well,
mental.
Well, when I was, so I've seen something similar happen, right? Well, not similar to that, but like playing a second team game for Elton away at Standish, and lad playing for us, Matt Johnson, used to play with Liam Watkinson. Well, used to work with Liam Watkinson at Bolton School, taught cricket. Really good cricketer. I think he played minor counties for a little bit. He's on 98. Flicks one off his pad down the hill, but he stepped on his stumps, right? So he set off running, ran one, come back for two. The keeper picked it up and went, oh, sorry, I knocked them off.
Oh, wow.
Right? So that's the first one. Second one, I think it was current Elton captain Chris Barlow, right? When he was like under 18s, but played second team game. Bowling, just gentle tweakers with the odd like cutter. Keeper stood up, Daniel Lomax, right? And batter has been bowled. The bails have gone backwards, and he has accused the keeper of knocking the bails off backwards, and turned to the umpire and gone, nope, not bowled me, keeper's fault. Picked the bails up, put them back on, and went, nope, not happening.
Wow.
And the umpire just went, okay, play on.
Wow.
I was just literally just sat there just going,
I always have this thing, mate, of like, you know, when you're batting and you nick one to like slip and it's has it carried, has it not, and the batter turns around and goes, has it carried? Well, obviously they're going to say yeah. You don't ask the fielder, you ask the umpire. Do you think that's carried? If the umpire goes yeah, if he goes I'm not sure, well, I'm going to be out.
So I'll give Sam Collins credit, right, for a weekend. He's stood in at like short cover on Saturday off live, and one's come to him and he got his hands underneath the ball, but he turned like as he did, so he wasn't too sure. So he's took the catch and he's like gone, I think I've caught it, but I'm not sure. And fair play, like he went, so he was happy to like sort of say like, who wants to make a decision here? Your dad was at gully and was level with it, and your dad just went straight off. He went, that's gone in clean. Like, and as soon as your dad said it, everyone was like, all right, yeah, that's definitely then gone in clean. He's like, brilliant, cheers. I didn't know whether I had or hadn't.
I did it on Sky when Acker's got his 7 for 18 in the T20 against Birmingham at Grace Road. First, it was like second over the power play, and I'm like cover, and I think Michael Burgess has hit one, and I've dived like full length, like dive forward, but sort of to my left, and I've gone. I think it's gone straight in. I've then got Gav, who's next to me. Gav at that point saying, I don't think it's gone in clean. I've then got Hilly keeping saying, Hilly going, nah, that has gone in clean. So fortunately I had Sky then, the third umpire. So I'm like, so they go, so I've just said, listen, I think I've got my hands under it. Goes to Sky, about that far off the floor. It's got him woke. I was like, Gav was like, what the fuck are you watching? Hilly was adamant, he was like, straight away, it's gone in clean, because I had to like catch it, and because I was like catching down forward, I ended up rolling over like on my shoulder. So, but as they caught the ball, I was literally like off the floor. But the batter obviously like, that's not carried. But like fair play to him, I don't think he's carried, which I would have probably said the same. But I was like, I sort of was like up, and I was like, I think I've caught it. So the umpire was like, right, well if you think you have, we've got Sky, let's use it. So they did it. But yeah, caught it about that far off the ground.
I think that's the thing with like people, like obviously playing club cricket. Is I don't think people are 100% sure when it is that close. With it. They just go with it for the sake, like, fine, fair enough. But I also think that it needs the umpire to go.
I think when you catch, when you're catching the ball, because I think when you have to try and scoop it, usually I think the ball's been in contact with the floor. It's when you can catch the ball and stay there, and not have to move your hands, which when you're trying to catch it, people are like, yeah, I've claimed it. I usually think then that the ball has brushed the grass on its way through.
Yeah, I was trying to think when we were talking.
Do you remember the Mitchell Stark one they asked a couple of years ago where he caught it fine leg because he slid on the ball?
Yeah, and put the ball down.
It classes ground with the ball.
Yeah. I was talking about it was funny because last season, I don't know whether I've said this story on the pod before, but last season Daniel Collins played in the same team as me. Yeah. And not seen her in years, but my proper debut for Woodbank was against Totty St John's years ago.
Yeah.
And she was playing for Totty.
Yeah.
And somebody's bought me rank delivery outside off stump, and I've smoked it. Yeah. And she's caught it in between her legs. Like it went straight through her hands and just stuck in her thighs. I just walked up to her and went, I'm going to put that behind me now. We've got to open the batting together. And she just laughed and she went, are you still holding on to that? I went, it was the hardest I've probably ever hit a cricket ball. Things like, and it was textbook and everything, and I'd never seen like somebody get given out obstructing the field before. The other one that I've seen is like when we were talking about that lad who got hit in the head the other week.
Yeah.
So third team game years ago, Elton versus Elton Vale, and big derby just across the lodges. Yeah. And Steve Ward, opening ball in, ran through. He's bowled this ball, and I think it was the other lad called Big Ben, big lad Ben Baker. Yeah. Fucking melts it back. It hit Steve on the head, and his dad ran round at a wide mid-off and fucking caught the ball with a diving catch and ran off celebrating, didn't even go and check on his son. Son just took one straight in the forehead.
I've been round about and on strike again, like the old flick. That was on Lords, that on 94.
Lovely, brilliant that.
But yeah, apart from that, not really.
It just makes me laugh when you look at like some of the comical ones that we've seen.
Yeah, some brilliant ones.
Well, yeah. So round up from this weekend then from yourself. You've had a busy weekend, haven't you?
Yeah, 4 games, 4 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Started at Walsham on Thursday. They got 150 on a tough pitch and we didn't quite get enough. We like to probably get 20, 30 too many. We weren't very good, to be honest. They were the better team. Credit where credit's due. They were better than us, which is tough to say when we've got so many talented lads in our side. I feel like the T20 in the GMCL, I think needs a shake up in terms of. I don't think the groups of 4 on Thursday nights works. Like I think if you're playing T20 and you're doing it properly, I think you've got to do it Friday nights. I think it has to be Friday nights. You know, you get that. You create a different buzz around the club for a Friday night T20. Like when I was saying Friday, I sub-proed for Littleboro at Hazzy on Friday night, and even though it was raining, there was still a lot of people on, and it just felt a different atmosphere. Like everyone at the end of the week, at like start of the weekend, Friday night, people on, food on, busy. It just felt different than Thursday nights. You know, lads not wanting to fully max out, knowing that they got work like the next day. So I was chatting. Obviously, we played Edgeworth on Saturday and got beat. Chatting with Guy Haynes, who obviously Guy's obviously Edgeworth, obviously knowing from Edgeworth, but obviously he's league exec now, just saying that I think the T20 needs a shake up. Like, just, I don't know whether it's using a bank holiday and having a bit of a round robin, and the winner from the round robin, they go into a quarter final, and then you just basically 3 rounds, a round robin at a ground, a quarter final, and then a finals day. Because I know that obviously the thing will be, the clubs will lose money. Well, some clubs don't even care about it, they just play because they have to play it. They don't really think about doing too much. Like, I think we're really good here, we try and, it's Thursday night, we get the barbecue out and stuff, we try and make...
This week we've got Fratelli Pizza.
Yeah, exactly, we try and make something of it, but some clubs just play because they have to, because if they don't, they'll get dock points on a Saturday, I think, or whatever the rule is now. But yeah, I think it's frustrating, and I think as well the problem we've got is because there's so much cricket at this point in the year, Silk Cup competitions, National Lions Knockout, League Cup, and T20s. I also feel sorry for groundsmen because they can't prepare the best wickets because they've got so much cricket that they've got to have on the ground. So like, I've got nothing against Walsall using a used pitch because that's what they have to do. And we used a used pitch on Saturday as well against Edgeworth. And I think part of the reason why the T20 you never see a full, you never get the best games because clubs unfortunately just have to use pitches from the weekend before. You're never going to get your best. You're never going to get your best cricket.
I will say this though, I went up on Thursday. I got there. I literally turned up just as Wade got out. That the one thing I noticed, and credit to Walsall, was I didn't see a boundary hit in front of square for 10 overs.
Yeah.
And I thought they bowled really well.
They bowled really well, but I think that's also, that was, part of the pitch was hard. It would only get worse. It was bouncing a lot, spinning. So yeah, like I say, I have nothing against. Walsall were better than us. They were brilliant. They played really well. Sam Oldchop played brilliant. Knocked 70 odd off pretty much 70 odd balls, but that's what he won. He's a match winning knock, and he bowled well. I just think, I think it just needs some sort of a little bit of a different idea, a little bit something slightly different, just to rejuvenate the team. I think the league for the cup group is brilliant. It's going really well. It's competitive and people really enjoy playing in the GMCL. But I think sometimes, and I know the league give the clubs the chance to organise games whenever they can, which is fine. Because obviously some clubs do really well on like Friday nights. I know we do, but I just think if you're going to do it and you want it to be taken seriously, I think you just got to do your T20s on a Friday night.
I agree with you on it because this is one of the things. To me, growing up as a teenager watching when T20 cricket first came in, the thing that we first got in the Bolton Association, we said about Studio Day week, was that thing that we used to play 2 games on a Sunday, and you would then move into a finals day, but there'd be so many teams play, and then it moved to being, I think when I was at Radcliffe, it would either be that you'd play it Tuesday night, Friday night, or you'd play it on a Sunday. And they still made every effort for it. They knew it was a big thing. I think that because junior training has become so prominent for every club being on a Friday night, it's a decent money maker. People don't want to miss out. But to me, and I've made this point at our club previously, is regardless of whether junior training is your money maker, it's 3 Fridays out of the season.
Well,
could we not? We should be doing something to get the kids down to watch it on that Friday.
No, some clubs started an hour early, do it 5 till 6.
Yeah, we used to try that.
But you could also just do it on a Thursday night when we play T20.
Yeah, exactly.
Do it, do it on a Thursday night. When you have to do it on a Thursday night when there's no one there. Because if the first, I know if we got T20 on Friday, we just train Tuesday, one train Thursday, so the ground would be free.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is what I think I always remember I watched my dad a lot in the Lancs League growing up, and the Friday night, I remember Friday nights watching him play T20 in the Lancs League, and the Lancs League was unbelievably good with amateurs and pros, and the buzz for the T20 was incredible. There were some unbelievable games of cricket on good grounds, big grounds as well, good ground, good pitches, and it created that, what do you want to see when you go and watch T20, right? If you're paying to go and watch Lancs, what do you want to see?
4s and 6s.
So again, you've got to try and do it at club cricket to get the same response from people. If you turn up to a game and when it's like 80 plays, 80 for 5 and there's 4 fours it and 1 6, you know, it's not really enticing to come back and watch, is it?
No, exactly.
You've got to do, I think you've got to do everything you can to try and get people to come and watch again. That's how you get kids going back playing for your club.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
I think there's, for me, again, like, and it's the same. Like I felt when I played, you know, in the Blast for Leicester, you would play. There was nothing better than Friday night T20 under the lights. You know, we played games on Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, Thursday nights, and obviously we were buzzing from them. But it was just, it felt so much different Friday night T20 under the lights. It just had a different feel. There's just a different like adrenaline, excitement.
How did you find Friday night's T20?
Really good. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed. Like Littleboro, great club. I've done a one job from before and I did all right. So it was good to go back there. A slight change, quite a big change in the team from when I last played to now. But some really good young cricketers there. Obviously Ryan Giggsy, the captain, good, like great cricketer. Some good young lads. Obviously Dan Stevens, who was a 𝗘𝗣𝗜𝗦𝗢𝗏 there. They've got some really good cricketers. So it was good. I enjoyed it. And obviously going back to playing against Azzy was quite fun. Like I say, I pretty much grew up there. Spent most of my childhood there watching my dad. So it was good to go back and play and see how that club's like changed as well. I think it's a brilliant cricket ground. Is Azzy. I really do enjoy. You know, we played on a good pitch, a decent crowd. So yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It helps when you do well yourself. So.
I looked on the scorecard and one of the lads I used to work with played with you.
Yeah.
A lad called Tim Astley.
Yeah.
He was like, I looked at him and was just like, I didn't realise he was still fucking playing.
Yeah.
There's some good lads up there.
It was really good. I really enjoyed it. Obviously there, Bryce is injured. I can't remember what he's done, but I think he's out for a couple of weeks. So.
And then Saturday, Edgeworth.
Good game of cricket. Fell just short. What was a really good game of cricket. They, 50 for 1, 50 for 2, 120 for 8, and got to 180. Ali played a brilliant knock for them at the end. We probably got it wrong at the end, to be fair, in terms of tactics. But again, probably let them get 52 many, 42 many. But I think we still probably should have chased it as well. I don't think it was out of 180 wasn't chaseable. Again, 90 for 2 and then 140 for 6 or 130 for 6 or whatever. So we just I think we're a youngish side, just finding our way and finding how to play with each other. Obviously, like I've said before, we never wanted to sign 5 new players, but they were the cards we dealt. So I think it's just trying to find a balance, and I think once we find that, I think we're gonna like to think we'll stay up and I think we'll challenge and just try and find that formula. I think to keep us going and keep us on a winning run. We've won 2, then lost 1. We've done that pretty much. 1-2, lost 1, 1-2, lost 1. So we need to try and put a run together now and keep that momentum going.
And Sunday, cup quarter final.
Quarter final is Heaton. Another good game of cricket. They got 201 for 9. Yeah, for 9 at the bottom out, and then we knocked it off with about 8 overs to go, 6 down. Again, good cricket. One of their lads, their opener got 100, batted really well. Probably no one just stuck with him for long enough so he could get.
So I did the graphics today to put the results out for the club, and I thought, we just had a look at 𝗘𝗣𝗜𝗦𝗢𝗏 121.
Yeah.
And I think the next score was 20.
Yeah, I think no one just batted with him for long enough so he could keep. I think every time he started to just trying to get going again, we got a wicket and he just obviously held him back a little bit longer. He played really well, batted nice.
How many times did he change goals?
I think he only did it twice and he didn't at the drinks breaks.
Oh, right, fair enough, he's won it.
And then again, Wade batted really well, got 70. Lucas batted really well with 50. Me and Jake just got us over the line at the end, 6 down. So
yeah,
it was a good game.
Cup semi-final.
Don't know who against yet. Obviously, Hayside play Prestwich next Sunday. So
yeah, Shaw went through.
West Dalton
went through, and then and obviously Prestwich are in the knockout round.
Yeah,
they were in the knockout yesterday, weren't they? So
yeah, they win.
No, they got beat by Leyland.
Oh really?
Yeah, popped up. But yes, and then so obviously we'll look at scores from the weekend for the GMCL Prem.
Yeah.
Edgerton Prestwich.
Good game of cricket, that sounds it.
Yeah, well, 110 all out, played Edgerton, 113 for 8 Prestwich. So, George, 29, fair play.
Played.
And then wickets spread around for Prestwich, and to be fair, they didn't have a pro, did they?
Oh no, they didn't.
No, so he's not bowled.
Yeah, you were banned, wasn't he?
Was he banned?
Yeah.
What, because of some playing us all the week before?
No, just a level 1, I think he got.
Oh, lovely. Big fan of it. And then they knocked it off 8 down. Really couple of wickets.
Yeah.
George Harris 3 for 11.
Nice.
B Lord 3 for 28. Oh yeah, nearly doing the job. Prestwich win by 2 wickets. Devon West 3 scoring again this week. 257 for 9 off their 50 against Horwich. That Amiprol Singh, the pro, I think it is, 100 off 94. Day before he'd smoked Greenmount apparently in T20 sub-proing.
Nice.
So they were 257 for 9, and then in response Horwich were 157 all out.
Yeah.
So was there anything to write home about from their innings? Evan 38, and then it was just like lower order, chipping in with a little bit, but yeah, they won by 100. Score of the day, game of the day, Roe Green Brox.
Yeah, so another big win for Brox.
Yes.
Flying up there.
I tell you what, it's
2
impressive.
clear.
It's impressive because Dom again's got another
Second
bagful.
one scoring league.
Mate, I tell you what, fair play to Brox. They've taken 3.5 minute highlights of like every boundary that they
Yeah, no, so
I had a brief watch of it and looked
watched
at it and was like, yeah, this is class.
Yeah,
Fair play to you, fair play.
I did watch them.
But yeah, so they were chasing 177, did it 2 down with 10 to go.
Nice.
Fair play. Dom 86 off 99, Barker 51 off 109. Standard. You can call him boring, but it's standard, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's boring.
And then the pro 33 off 31. Royton, Monton.
Yeah.
Royton 214 all out, Monton 120 all out. Decent start from the like top order of Royton, because like everybody got a start. Liam Brown 55, Bundilla 44. So they were like, obviously 214 all out. In response, Monton 120. Top 2 got 23 and 35, and nobody else has really got anything. Wickets wise, Budilla's got 6 for 23.
Well bowled.
Fair play, sir. And then Shaw.
Was that Royton or Monton?
Royton. And then Clifton. This is Shaw. Clifton 241 for 5 off their 50. Donaldson, that the overseas.
Yeah.
62. Sam Dorsey 75 off 78. And then Zach Flaxman, the keeper, 54 off 35.
Nice.
Well batted, sir. And then Shaw were 93 all out. So, in terms of the old league, that gives us Brox top on 46, Edgeworth second on 45, Roe Green third on 37, Prestwich fourth on 35, us fifth on 34, Horwich sixth on 32, and then Clifton seventh 25, Royton 22, Monton 21, Denton 19, Edgerton and Shaw both on 10. But like as we were saying the other week, like I said, Clifton have picked up a couple of wins, haven't they? They've obviously started putting a bit of a run together, and halfway point next week in it, so obviously no more as to who's challenging who from there. But also, like we know from last year, a couple of losses at the, like when you're top of the league, people overtake it if they put a run together. So interesting. So second team final in the game.
Yeah, saw that.
Yeah,
I heard about it.
Made a bit of a meal out of it.
Yeah. Well, 83 for 82. What did they get? 83.
83. Liv got 5 for 18 off 14.
Nice, well,
fair play.
Yeah.
Nick Taylor 4 for 14 off about 8 or 9. Then couldn't bowl to 10 11.
Sounds like Wilkie.
And then Stringer had to come on and just clean up just again, just that last one after rolling all over the place first ball. And then we were
82 for 3 or 82 for 4.
We were about 70. We were about 75 for 3, I think it was, and then we knocked our 7 down. But a win's a win.
A win's a win.
We'll take
5
it.
points in the bag.
Yeah, some young lad came on and some young spinner came on and he bowled his first over. I think he's bowling off his, I didn't face him because he was already out.
Obviously.
Kicked to the ball. I missed one. It's hit me quite high.
Sound like dashing out.
No, well, no. To be fair, your dad opened with me, and if your dad had said to me after the game you weren't out,
yeah,
I'd have like took it. I thought it hit me really high. I thought it like near enough with my hip, but I was like, all right, okay, I can probably see why. At the time, I wasn't fucking happy.
Yeah, no.
But this young lad's come on bowling off his, I think, and he's bowled the first over the wicket to your dad, and like your dad went, that weren't great. That weren't a great first over for him. He decided to bowl round the wicket, fucking 5 for 22.
Wow.
Well bowled, well played. So yeah, fair fucks to him.
Yeah.
So that's the weekend roundup from there. Overseas players, obviously, we saw like Wiz and Fish were talking about it.
Yeah.
Like, I saw a brief clip of it the other day. Outline for me, who did Heaton have a pro and an overseas yesterday, or is it just or is Anjula just a pro?
Anjula's the pro. I think Hashan. I don't know if I could be wrong here. Hashan lives here now.
Right.
So I think he's classed as English qualified. I don't know. I could be wrong. And obviously they had Magri, but he lives here as well. Yeah. So I think Anjula's a pro.
I don't think they have an overseas. It's just
I think it's just
because I was trying to explain it to my dad when we were looking at play cricket the other day at like different scores. Like some clubs have pro, some clubs have overseas.
It's weird how it all works, like, and it's different for different leagues as well. Obviously, well from the ECB and the Home Office, but for us in our league, you can only have an overseas amateur and overseas pro. You can't have both.
Yeah. So
essentially, that's why. Obviously, I was pro this year, so we could get a overseas amateur. We were overseas pro, and the rules are mad, aren't they? Overseas pro has to have played within the last 3 years to count as an overseas pro.
You've got to have played five
games, it's mental. It's mental. This was when Tom Rogers came over for. Obviously, he never played a first class game, but he played like
loads of big bash
games and list A cricket for Victoria. But they had to. I don't know. It's weird. There was some sort of rule that they amended for it because it just makes no sense. It's the same professional. It's professional cricket.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
Should be 5 professional games. Rather than 5 first class games.
Yeah, because that was the thing, weren't it? With like Tom's obviously a lovely bloke and everything. And he'd only played. He'd only obviously played Big Bash.
So obviously we have Wales, our overseas amateur. But some teams might choose to go for an overseas pro, and then have a couple of obviously amateurs, not get an overseas amateur. It depends what your budget's saying. I think a lot of the time.
This was an interesting one that like I saw people talking about a few weeks ago. Was saying like you'll always have people who believe you should only have a pro and a coach or a pro and an overseas, etc. But there was, I think it's the Northwest Cricket League where you're allowed a pro and you can have 2 overseas.
Oh really? Yeah.
Like, and I think, and I looked at it going, do you think it's something where the GMCL and the Lancs League and things like that should move to being, or do you think it should just be one and the other?
It's a tough question because I think you want to have overseas players because I think they offer a lot to your club in terms of coaching, off the field, around the ground, around the club. But I think you also then don't want to be taking up spots of your own homegrown players. So like, for example, if you're paying a few lads to go and play anyway, to me it won't make a difference because you might not have loads of homegrown players going through. So what's the matter whether you have 2 overseas or you're paying another English lad to go and play? I think it should be down to the clubs. I don't see why 2 overseas is a problem when you have it. You can have it in first class cricket. You can have it in T20.
And that's the.
You can have it. Do you know what I mean? You can have. So I don't see why it would be a problem. Obviously, a lot of it comes down to budget as well, doesn't it? And what teams want. I think if you're getting overseas players to play first team cricket, I think you've got to be sure. If you're getting to, I think you've got to be sure that they're making the standard cricket better that you're playing. So like some teams might have a certain budget to be able to say your league says right, you can have 2 overseas amateurs if you want one, or 2 overseas players. I think your budget might be 10 grand, say. Right, 10 grand, you've got to get 2 players. If you're spending 8 on one and then 2 on the other, you might as well just play your own.
Yeah.
Because if you're paying 2 grand, he's probably not going to be better. Is he going to be better than what you've got? That's the question I'd ask. Whereas if obviously you've got a budget that's a lot bigger than that, and you can say you can get 2 good overseas players, it's probably making your club get your cricket better and you better. So yeah, I think it's a tough one. I think probably the North West Cricket League did it because they were unsure on how. I personally think they were unsure on how good the cricket would have been. Obviously, it's good. There's some decent cricket being played in that league, but I think they were unsure on how good it was actually going to be. I think obviously usually it would make it better. I think it's 75-80%. Well, most of the time, it would make cricket better.
An interesting one the other week.
It's like the second team overseas rule.
Well, I was going to say to you,
so
I met a third team overseas a couple of weeks ago when they're umpiring for Stretford.
Yeah.
Like, because I think this lad, I'm not too sure whether it was a case of he'd been signed thinking that the second team overseas wasn't going to be coming back over. Second team overseas ended up coming back over, so he's having to play third team, so he's their umpire on a Saturday. He was the best umpire with that.
Yeah, I think it's. Obviously, I like the idea of a second team overseas if you're playing against first, especially in the GMCL promotion and relegation now. Some second teams can end up playing first teams, and those first teams are allowed pros. So I like the idea. I think it's a good idea. I think it makes it fair. But I think if you're playing second teams or just playing second teams, I really don't see why you would need.
Yeah.
Why? I don't get it.
It's like Brock's had one a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Who year before he'd had like 700 runs down south.
Yeah.
Somewhere playing first team, and then came and played second team, and it was this is nothing against Brock's. This is what we were told was their overseas from the season before had signed and then said he wasn't, and then said, oh, actually I will sign, after they'd then signed him. So he had to play teams first.
Which is fair enough.
That's
understandable. I just think I don't see why you would need a second team overseas if you're playing second teams. If you're playing first team, I've got no problem with it at all.
Yeah.
Like no problem. Because it would suggest that the lads who have got you there are good enough to possibly play first team cricket if you're playing against first teams. So you're probably getting them ready. It would help them to get ready for first team. But if you're playing in a second team only league, you're only playing in second teams. Is that person just taking a spot of someone who might be good enough to play for the first team down the line when he's exposed to?
Yeah, no, makes sense. I think it's one of them where it's always an interesting one because you look at the dynamics of some teams as well.
Yeah.
Like most overseas, you generally tend to think do contribute to it, and if you have the option of having 2, then it becomes a case of have you got. Are they both going to be able to contribute in terms of the off the pitch stuff, etc. We're really fortunate in terms of. So 𝗘𝗣𝗜𝗦 was really good last year in terms of doing coaching and one-to-ones. Wade's come over this year, been really good in terms of that.
We're getting better. We're getting better at finding better overseas players. I think we went through a period of because we didn't have the biggest budget to find overseas players. We went through a period of struggling to find. Not like they were good people, just better cricketers than what we had. I would suggest they probably weren't, but because they're overseas, they played obviously. Whereas now, over the last few years, we've had some good overseas cricketers. Obviously, Mosin when he was pro here, and you had obviously 𝗘𝗣𝗜𝗦 was decent, and you got Wade this year.
We had Chalana.
Yeah, Chalana was good.
Very good. He loved to try and whack it.
Yeah, good. But a good cricket in terms of bowling.
Yeah.
We're getting there, and I think. I was watching Wiz's pod with what's he called?
Coulson from
Coulson, who's the lad?
Fish.
Yeah. I was watching them saying about the overseas players, and so I do think you can do so much research yourself. Like obviously I've been to Melbourne quite a few times, so when I was told that we were going to sign Wade, I was straight away. I was got some messages out what's he like? What can you do? And a lot of the message from people you've got people I trust, and obviously. I appreciate their understanding of cricket, and a lot of the lads I messaged and spoke to have been good cricketers, so understand it. And they're like, it's proper cricket. So I've had a lot of confidence from that. I think it's the ones that you message and someone goes, oh, I've really heard of him. I don't know, and I'm a bit like, whoa.
And then you look at it, and you look at people who have been overseas pros that have ended up staying over it. I randomly bumped into Johnny Burkey yesterday from Melbourne. And they played Glossop on Saturday and got absolutely battered. And I just asked them, I said, how's the pro setup?
Yeah.
Pro's 19, never been over, etc. Back home, scores runs for fun.
Yeah.
Come over here to horrible May and etc. He said like I think he's had one score so far, and it's like, but then they have Zakir, who's been over here for like 20 years and been incredible, and he's still churning out runs after runs. I think they've got that right in terms of getting him back to then complement the pro, and I feel for the, like obviously I've never met him etc. I've not watched him play. I've seen his video because I put the video together for Cricket, but I think back home he looks easy to play. It might be one of those things where his first season trying to find his feet and then come back over.
It's tough to come across the world halfway around the world to play cricket, especially when there's a language barrier as well. That was the thing with 𝗘𝗣𝗜𝗦𝗢𝗑. You could tell he was a proper cricketer. He could play, just language barrier and being away from home, and it has an effect on you. I mean, I would question, you know, sometimes you see players, I've got this player available and this player, and I would always be like, right, I need to find out about this. Who can I speak to? Who's going to know? Or, you know, we've gone with Wade this year, although it's his first time, but he's not 19, he's 25, 26, so he's an experienced cricketer. And I think it's also about the person, like when they're just, again, I go back to Tom, when Edra signed Tom, they didn't know, they couldn't guarantee he was going to get his 1,400 runs and whatever many wickets he got. What they could guarantee was that he was a good person and he wanted to win. Like he's a winner, you know, and I think that's what you know, especially like Australians, Africans, that's what they bring you. Like Kiwis, they bring you. They want to win. And Wade's the same. Like he's a winner. He wants to win, and I think sometimes it can be hard for overseas. I found it hard when I went to Greenville the first time. I was 18, 19, going out there the first time. I found it really hard to go out there and try and be, because I was overseas. Everyone was like, "He's overseas. He's got to do it." And, you know, we got to look up to him. He's like a role model type thing. It's hard at 18 to think about that and do that. And that's the same for the lad at Elton. That's all they're doing. All the lads in the first team are looking at him going, "Well, you'll be paid to do it, so you best do it." So that's not just as easy as that. No. Like, and the same thing. No one, you know, it's like when I do sub pro jobs. No one. I can't guarantee to someone, like on Friday I had a good night out, I got 60 odd not out on 4 no one can't guarantee I'm going to do that. I could get a bad decision, a good ball, could play a crap shot. You know, you can't guarantee what you're going to do. So, and I think that's where sometimes, especially league cricket, becomes very fickle in the fact that we're paying you this, you need to do that. Well, yeah, try my best. It's not for not trying. Sometimes it just doesn't go that way.
It's like when you look at who was the sub pro that Hayside had first game last year. The guy who was the Rami pro.
Yeah, Shane Mulberg.
Started off the season, got 120 odd on here against us, and then it didn't quite work out for Rami, did he?
No.
And like, I think.
But it's, I mean, I think the thing is with it is because that kid, the 9-year-old, he can obviously play, right? He can obviously play cricket, and once he gets a start. Once he gets one score in the league, he'll be fine. He'll just carry on doing it. He's just getting that score, just having a bit of luck and being able to get that score. And hopefully, obviously, this weekend we're going to be so hot this week. Hopefully, this weekend it can be this weekend for him.
Yeah, I think like as well. You look at like when the overseas professionals come over. Like we've obviously had the chat before with regards to like 𝗚𝗔𝗠𝗘𝗞𝗘𝗡𝗡, and then I'm saying about they're not the same anymore. That's fine. Yeah. But like you look at the quality of some of them that do come over. There's some absolute fucking guns come over.
There's some guns come over, but you're picking from a smaller pool of players because all the best players are going playing in franchise T20s.
Yeah, exactly.
So the better players that are available are in high demand, and it becomes an auction. Still, you know, there's a couple of, I think, lads from Australia who were, and they're not stupid either. They obviously, and a lot of them want to play in London. Well, obviously because it's the capital, but also because it's flat as fucking London down there. Like the wickets will be miles better than they are up here. So as a bat, why would you come up here for less money on green seamers when you can go down to London where clubs got loads of cash you can offer your money to make your job easier, basically, like batting on flat pitches. Nothing against that. Like it's a business. The reason they're coming over is to make money. You're a business, so and in business try and make it as easy yourself as you can. as easy as you can for yourself, don't you?
Yeah.
So if someone's offering me good money to go and play in London where it's a lot flatter, the pitches are better, well, yeah, of course, well. Do you know what I mean? So, but to get up here, you then have to pay them more. So it's like hazard pay. We've got to pay you more because you might struggle because the pitches are hard, tougher to play on.
And it might be a bit wet.
Yeah. So I feel like, and then when those couple of those players say, "Oh, you know, I am available. I will come up there, but I want this to get me up there." There's probably 5 clubs all sniffing the same player, and it just becomes an auction. We'll offer you this. Well, and the agent does their job, or the person. Well, I'll wait till I've got all the offers in, and I'll collate the offers and see what's best for me. But that's why there's a premium now on English players. That's why English players are being paid more money. You're getting less. You're getting not poor overseas players. You're just getting less of the outstanding international quality overseas coming over. Still some brilliant cricketers, but then those. Why would you pay one 15, 20 grand when you can pay 4 or 5 that? And you're probably going to get a better outcome in your league position because he's not just being left down to one person, it's being left down to 5, 6.
Yeah, no, it makes perfect sense. I think it is always, let's say, it's always interesting to see who signs who as an overseas, and it's like, I don't know if I told this story, but like there's Elton had the first time I think they ever went for an overseas program for an Australian called 𝗙𝗣𝗜𝗦𝗢𝗓, and he came like really well thought of. And first 5 games, 5 ducks, got 1,500 runs done.
Yeah.
And like took himself that time to get into it, end up back for a second season, and it's like got another like 1,400 runs season after. But you take that chance, but after the first 5 games, they're thinking, what fucking hell have we signed here? But you look at like, for instance, we had when I had that season in the ones, we had I can't remember what nationality he was, but he's called 𝗘𝗣𝗜𝗦𝗢𝗓.
Yeah, it was like a man or something like that.
Yeah, and like he came over as an overseas last minute.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, okay, fair enough. Then like the over 40s World Cup a few weeks ago, really nice lad.
Yeah.
But was well out of his depth in like GMCL Prem.
Yeah.
Like it was really bizarre because I expect that was the first time I played in like the same team as like an overseas in Prem cricket, and I was expecting him to be like 700 runs, 70 wickets. But fair play to him, really lovely lad. Yeah. But you look at it and you think, yeah, you'll get some good ones, you'll also get some crap.
Yeah.
It just depends on what comes up, and you've got to be a bit more thorough.
Well, it also depends on budget, doesn't it? You could say you can spend more and your pro come and not do very well. You could spend less and your overseas comes over just as an absolute blinder of a year, and you're like, but the problem is that overseas that comes over and has a blinder of a year, clubs he goes, well, you're paying me this, you're only paying me this. And you're like, shit, we've also got 4 or 5 other lads that we need to pay because we played them last year as well. But then there's another club down the road who are like, we know how much you're paying him, we're going to offer him more. So then, so it becomes, so it's almost, it can be a lose-lose for a club at times, because if you spend money on a good pro, and he doesn't do well, a club down the road can have not as big a budget and not sign as good a pro, but that pro's a better year, and I always think sometimes those pros are better because they know if they want to come back and get more money, they switch on more and they're more, they're like, this is my life, I need to do this, whereas sometimes that pro can get maybe slightly complacent and be like, I'm getting this anyway and I'll get this for the next few years, so I'll get a couple of hundreds and I'll do this, and I might get 700 runs, a couple of wickets, whereas that person's trying his heart out because he wants to come back and earn that money.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So nearly the halfway point of the season, we do now have guests lined up.
Yeah.
Obviously, because wanted to cancel today, but next week we've got your favourite umpire.
Dano.
He wants to be the first umpire to come on the pod.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to see having an umpire on and seeing their point of view about the GMCL. Because obviously the umpire sees it from a different position and just his take on cricket. As now, because he's been in a decent cricketer and gone into umpiring, so interested to see how his views have changed on cricket.
He was going to attempt to fill in for us tonight, but he had to take the wife to watch Toy Story 5. He said so. He said to me, he said I would have done tonight, but we're watching Toy Story 5. I went, fair play to you.
I'm looking forward to that next week. It'll be good than that.
Yeah, I think like
we can wind him up.
Oh, mate, I said to him, I literally sent a message because he collared me
Yeah, he collared me when I got another 150 when he was umpiring.
Yeah, no, he said to me, I was stood outside and he says, Harry's going to love me umpiring. He says, I think that's the third 150. Like,
when did we have him in a fail? A T20, the first time against Wolves, you were here. The first time we had him and I failed.
Yeah, but you had a knock out when he against Edgerton with him the other week.
Yeah.
So must just be Saturdays.
Must just be Saturdays, yeah.
Well, yeah, no, it was funny. He went to me. He says, my wife's disappointed you've not had an umpire on. Right, I'll hold you to it. So yeah, he's coming on next week.
Looking forward to next week.
Yeah, and hopefully it's sunny outside.
36 degrees on Thursday on a T20. I'll be frazzling.
Mate, I'm like.
My shoulders sore.
No, you're not having the injury come back. I'm like, I put the post up today.
Yeah.
And I knew it was going to be warm.
Yeah.
And then I actually looked at it and I went, ooh, that
be
might
really
be. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be cooking pizzas in that next half. That fucking fire that they'll be Fratellis will be on. I tell you that.
That I was thinking, I might need to get an ice cream van down.
Yeah, I would as well.
It's the
I'm sure one will arrive.
You know. He nearly got a mouthful in the other week. Not on here.
Yeah.
I keep on seeing him, and he parks up outside the street where everyone dropped the kids off at mum's. He just parked instead of parking normally. He somehow managed to turn himself round, so he was blocking both lanes coming down the street. And I was just like, "You're the one from the club.
Yeah.
You're the one who turns up randomly." But yeah, so you're at Denton West, aren't you? On Saturday?
Denton West, another 4-day weekend. Thursday, T20 at Haywood at home. Soproni again for a little bit Friday night at Bake-Up away. Saturday at Denton West, and then Cheshire 50 over trophy semi-final at Keswick again. Sunday.
Oh, big weekend.
Busy weekend. Look forward to it. Yeah.
I've got a home game.
Nice.
Enjoy that. Yeah. No, I've gone for a few weeks.
There you go.
I'm Chris Murray.
And I'm Harry Dale.
This is the Flat Track Podcast.